There we go.
Okay. Set up. Copy that. Done. Then it will be fine yours
Are we alive?
once you go.
It's already live.
Yeah.
Hello, hello. Yeah, I can hear you clicking.
Go ahead. And then do not forget about
Are we alive?
this.
It's really live.
Yeah.
Right, so let's go to NASDAQ. SP500. As you can see from yesterday, it's still an upward trend, but it looks a bit bullish coming from here. As you can see, we've had 1, 2, 3 doji candles in the meantime. So yeah, so that is what's happening with NASDAQ. Let's move to Apple. Let's see what's happening in Apple, guys. Let's see what's happening in the market. I get it fresh just like you guys get it. So let's see what's happening. Apple news in the market. Right. So Apple's stock has slipped 1.5% right after executive took stage at WWDC in 2025, raising a question about the company's new AI direction. Right? So they are down by 1.5%. So their current, right, so they open up this morning on, it's going to be a one-day indicator. Right, so we are on a one-day. So they opened up on 198 this morning. As you can see, I can draw a line for you here. It's been rough for Apple at the moment. They were up, they were bearish. Then they came back down. Right, so that's wave 1. Then they came up again. Wave 2. So as you can see, they have 2 waves. And then basically from there, what's happening? They're going sideways. So everything is just staying stable with Apple at the moment. But they have dropped 1.5%. Right? But at the moment, they are stable. They are going sideways. So that is what's happening with Apple at the moment. Right? So it's neither here nor there. So let's see what the low price is compared to their highest price at the moment. Right. So at the moment, they're going between 198 and 206.80 cents, right? Compared to their previous high of 225 and their previous low of 196. Look, guys, I think with Apple stocks, if they continue to up the game in the AI, I think their stocks will be going up very soon. But that's just my honest opinion. So let's keep an eye on Apple in these next couple of months, right? I do believe they have some moving up to do because they are coming out with new and smarter ways. And what are they doing? So Apple continued on the WWDC. The momentum with the day 3 updates focus on elevating app intelligence, providing the UX sophistication, but there's a splashy feature. But for marketers seeing for a Titan, this is their funeral. Build real-time relevance. Dive into conversation across channels. A key highlight in Apple's overall app, Analyst, markets. So guys, let's just keep a hold on. As you can see, they're stable, but they're neither going up or down. So let's wait in this next couple of weeks and let's see what's happening with Apple and where are they going. Right. So let's go to Nvidia. What's happening with our friends Nvidia? They were the market leaders in the chip, but it looks like TSMC is taking over that. So let's keep an eye on what's happening there. So let's go to Nvidia. As you can see, they're rising nicely. They had a bit of a dip, but they are rising. So we'll see what happens at the end of stock day today. Right, so Nvidia, what is happening with Nvidia today? So there's the 3 chip stock in this analyst looks positive overall, but it also looks like we're waiting for catalyst to go in. So the CPI numbers are coming in on Wednesday, right? So let's wait until Wednesday to look at this, but they have been going up, guys. So let's look at the trend line here. Right. So they were low at 85. That's where they started out on Wednesday, Wednesday, on Monday the 7th of April. So that's where they started out. They were at 85. Now we're looking at 142. So if you bought in at that 85, you must be making some good profits right now, right? Because the super micro chip is going to be a rally. Oh. All right, so let's talk about Nvidia. One of the hottest stocks in the market right now, right? This company is no longer just about gaming, graphic cards, and it's literally powering in the AI boom. Every major tech company opens AI, Google, Microsoft, Meta, you name it, but they using NVIDIA's chips to train their AI models. So who's in demand? NVIDIA, right? So their earnings are blown past the expectations, especially in data center sentiment, which now is one of the biggest revenue drivers. And with that, it could be a huge, we're taking faster training times, better efficiency. Guys, NVIDIA's just making our lives easy at the moment. So, and as you can see, their previous high was looking at stocks at 153, right? They're climbing back. So I'm hoping to go back to 154, 155. So if you bought in on, let's say, June 2nd, guys, I would look at the 152 mark. But here's the catch. NVIDIA's priced for perfection. It is growth and it slows. It's a little, but we can speak of a quick pullback. So we did speak about that. So it's hit a bit of a quick pullback, as we can see, but it's still a bullish, right? It's still going up. So though we have pullbacks, it's still climbing. For the traders, keep an eye on the support levels. And if it breaks out of the current consolidation zone, we might see another leg up, which I'm hoping for. So bottom line with NVIDIA, it's a beast in the AI cycle. But with the big hype comes a big volatility. So guys, I just want to say, play smart. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Right, what's happening with Tesla? Let's see what's happening with Tesla. No, we all know what's happening there. And it looks like Trump and CEO Elon Musk are now okay, but there's a lot more. There's a lot of people giving their Teslas back at the moment. So let's look at Tesla stock. Right. So Elon Musk says his next product will be the most important Tesla has ever produced, and it's finally almost here. This is what he's saying, right? This is just, I just read it off the news right now. So what does it say? It says Elon Musk, as you can see, their previous high was sitting at 449. So let's look at Tesla. So those who sold here. So this is his previous high. So let's look at the wave and what happened here. As you can see, it's a sharp. Then it bounced back up. Right? And then over here, it took a drastic hit. Right? But then we can see it bouncing back. I think that's what they call a cat in the sack. So when it bounces and it comes back up, it has that bounce, and then it's going to go back down again. Right, so let's just look at here again. That was its new high. And then we've dipped again. So now, don't forget for Tesla stock, it has been a wild ride lately. We saw a crazy 14% drop, as you can see. We saw a 14% drop, and a while lately we saw Elon's public feud with former President Donald Trump. Yes, it actually happened, wiping out billions in value in just one day. So Elon Musk in history has lost the most amount of money in one day ever. Can you imagine? So with Tesla's bounce back, he's showing investors that we still believe in Elon's vision. There is also growing competition of other electric vehicle makers like BYD, Rivian, and stealing some of the market shares. So Tesla can't just rest on its laurels anymore. This is why the robot taxi project is so critical for them right now. It's Tesla's big play to stay ahead and keep innovating. But big institutional investors are doubling down. So stay strong with the vote. Stay strong with the vote. Right? So June 22nd is where it all went wrong. So June 22nd is over here. Right, so that's June 22nd. So let's watch that over there. So basically, I can't. I don't know where it's circles. At the same time, competition is catching up. Institutional investors by increasing Tesla's holding dispute and volatility. It's a strong thing, but big players believe in it. Here's what I'm watching closely. In the next couple of weeks, robotaxi launch will be critical. It's a rollout in a smooth but major. Possible surges. But there's a little bit of is any hiccups, especially in safety or regulatory issues. Watch out for a pullback. So if Tesla's at a crossroads, innovation meets competition. High. And if you're trading or investing, this is one stock we're keeping an eye on. As we absolutely know that Elon Musk is definitely wanting to bring up his stocks again. He's a visionary, and I will definitely be watching Elon Musk.
Thank you.
Right, let's go to Amazon next. Amazon, let's hit Amazon. Right, so as you can see, Amazon's taking a bit of a dip, but we knew there was going to be a pullback coming. Right, so as you can see, it was heading very, very well. But as I said previously, we knew a pullback was coming. It had to, it was an overbought. Right, but they are rising again. So let's see what the news for Amazon is today. Right, so let's see what's happening with Amazon. So, over the last year, Amazon stock, NS and NASDAQ Amazon has appreciated 16%. So in the last year, they've gone up 16%. Closely monitoring the NASDAQ, it's a 14% increase. So in the last year, guys, they have gone up 14%. Right? Amazon is reaching, by January, they would have reached by $240 in January. By April, they were decreased by 30%. So in April, you can see a decrease. So in April, you can see a decrease of 30%. So let's go to April for you guys. You can see a decrease of 30%. February. So right now, Amazon stock is around 213. As you can see here, so here's that 213 level. It's 213. A steady movement today is nothing crazy, but definitely worth watching. What's really interesting is how Amazon is pushing forward multiple fronts with the currently illegal battle in Europe, trying to challenge the new regulations that could affect their business. The big deal, because how could it play an impact to operations? But there's exciting part. Amazon is advertising businesses and growing fast, especially with the new AI-powered tools. Super exciting, guys. They're running ads not just for their site, but across Prime Video, Twitch, Pinterest, and live sports. This is becoming a huge revenue driver and one to keep an eye on. Overall, Amazon stock might not be making huge leaps, but today, with these moves in the background and legal battles reconstructing and booming ad business, it's clear for the company is positioning itself for long-term growth. So if you're following Amazon, stay tuned for these developments. They're kind of news that can drive your stocks in weeks and months ahead. Right, and remember with Amazon, they have gone down 30% since April, but this also drop was mainly influenced by Donald Trump's rigorous trade policies, and yet the trade tension subdued and the stocks rebounded 30% from its lowest point. When examining slightly extended, it's a 30% increase of the company's price, so 2023 to 3.6%. And that is what's happening with Amazon today. Amazon has it's one of the biggest leaders in its market at the moment, and we've been watching them climb for a while now. So this is Amazon's news. We can always look at another thing at the moment. Okay. So what's behind the revenue growth of Amazon's growth? So 13% since 2023 arises from a robust long-term trend. The e-commerce and streaming is a digital advertising, while sales in North America climbed by 10%. 10% and international sales rose by 9% last year. Amazon's web service, AWS, serviced as the main growth driver, soaring by 19%. That underscores the effectiveness in Amazon's strategies. Diversifications with AWS emerging an exceptional valuable sentiment. So looking forward as AWS, will it remain vital for Amazon? Or an expansion, although the company faces growing competition in cloud of computing from Microsoft Azure and Google Cloud. Microsoft is still growing competition in its cloud. So Microsoft Azure and Google Cloud, Microsoft's strong collaboration with OpenAI and substantial investments in AI, combined with Google's rapid growth in a generative AI cloud service. Guys, this represents and presents a significant obstacle to preserve its market leadership. In the dynamic environment, Amazon, for its continued structure and will innovate like rivals. Amazon is allocating tens of millions AI capital to projects. What's driving the valuation for Amazon stock? Well, AWS has significantly enhanced Amazon's final. So what is the next big thing? But what is the next big thing for Amazon and what to buy? Should you buy 220? Should we buy 220? So we're looking at 220 here. So if you're looking at the 220, right, should we buy in? Its current trading is at 217 at the moment. So Amazon stock, right. So let's move on to Rocket Lab, RKLB. Let's go to Rocket Lab. Right. Rocket Lab is a private American aerospace manufacturer, a small satellite launch service provider in the headquarters in Long Beach, California, founded in 2006. By who? Good old Peter Beck. The company specializes in providing effective, frequent launches, services for small satellites catering to commercial governments and military clients. So, now, let's check out Rocket Lab. It's a real rising star. As you can see, they have gone up over the last year. They have tremendously taken a climb.